Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to port a custom MMD motion into Garry's Mod, and then play it using ActMod, with both finger animation and facial animation working. And don't worry, I made this tutorial super straightforward. You don't need any programming experience, and you don't need to know 3D animation stuff. If you can click buttons, you're already qualified. Also, no, it's not 2 a.m., I promise. I actually set up a fresh, brand new computer for this tutorial, so I can show you everything from scratch and make sure nothing's missing. Alright, let's get into it. Alright, so I'm going to assume you already downloaded my conversion package from the link in the description, or you found it somewhere else. Either way, no worries. First thing, unzip the folder. Just extract it somewhere easy to find, like your desktop. Once it's unzipped, you're going to see a bunch of files and folders that look kinda random. That's normal, don't worry about it. Next, we need to install 3 free programs. Number 1 is Blender. Just search Blender, go to the official Blender site, and download it. Make sure you are downloading the most recent version, which is 5.0.1. I'm going to skip through the download part so we don't waste time. Second is Visual Studio Code, or VS Code. This is just the text editor we'll use. Same thing, search VS Code, go to the official site, and download it. Third is Python. Again, make sure you're downloading from the official Python website. I'm showing you these pages on screen so you know what the real sites look like. Please don't download random installers from sketchy links. Seriously, it's not worth the risk. Once you've got all 3 downloaded, install them one by one. Blender and VS Code are pretty much just next, 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 super straightforward. But for Python, there's one important thing. During the install, make sure you check these 2 boxes: Add Python to Path and Install Launcher, or Install for all users, depending on what you see. If your screen looks a little different, that's okay. Just make sure the Add Python to Path option is checked. After that, keep clicking Next, finish the installs, and you're good to go. I'm going to speed this part up a bit to keep the video short. Alright, looks like Blender is installed now. Go ahead and click the Blender shortcut on your desktop and launch it. First thing, let's clear the default scene, but you don't have to do that. Now, you need to go to the folder where you put the package and drag the setup.blend file right into Blender. Drop it in and hit Open. If Blender asks you to save the current file, just click Don't Save. Quick tip, a lot of people like using rendered view so you can see roughly what the model will look like in-game. For this project, we're using Cycles, and we want it to be rendered on GPU. To do that, please go to Edit, Arrow, Preferences, then open the System tab, and under Cycles Render Devices, find Optics. Make sure your GPU is checked. Next, we're going to install a few add-ons. Blender calls them extensions now. Go to Get Extensions. If it asks, turn on Allow Online Access. And yeah, sometimes it takes a bit to load. If it says Failed, don't panic. Just wait a moment, or reopen Blender and try again. It will take a few seconds on the first time. In the search bar at the top, type MMD. You should see the MMD tools pop up. Go ahead and install that, like what I'm doing on the screen. After that, search Merge. You're looking for an add-on called something like... Basically, it's the bone merge tool we might use later. Install that one too. And last one, we're installing Blender Source Tools, but this one is local. I included the extension with the package. Click Install from Disk, then go back to the folder I gave you. Find the Blender Source Tools zip file, select it, and install it. If you could just follow what I am doing on screen, and you'll be good. And that's it. Once those are installed, your Blender setup is basically complete. Now we're ready to move on to the next step. Alright, first thing we're going to do is select the character skeleton and the face mesh. On the right, click the body armature and the face mesh as shown. If you're not sure which ones, just look for the objects I clicked on the screen. Now on the left side, open the MMD panel. It looks like this. Click Import Motion button here. And we're going to import the dance animation I included in the package. This one's just a test animation. I grabbed it from a Chinese author called Yusa in a website called, Playbox. They recently added English, which is very helpful. Shout out to them. You can totally replace it with any motion you want later. But for now, I recommend using this test one first, just to make sure you know what you are doing. Give it a few seconds. Blender might freeze for a moment while it loads. That's normal. Once it's imported, drag the timeline around and you should see the character is moving. You should also see some facial animation. If you see both, that's a good sign. Nice work for now. But we still have one big issue to fix. Right now, the character is kind of stuck at the origin. Like, the animation plays, but the character isn't traveling forward or sideways the way it should. So we're going to fix that by editing one specific bone, the bone called groove. In this model, it's written in Japanese. If you read Japanese, that is perfect. But if you don't, that's okay. Just look at the screen and try matching the characters exactly. Just try not to click the wrong one. Now we're going to run a script that scales the horizontal movement correctly. Go over to the right side and open the scripting workspace. At the top, open the file called 3enlargeanimation.py. Now switch back to the viewport and make sure you're in pose mode, like I am showing here. Select only the groove bone on the screen. With groove selected, go back to the scripting panel and hit the Run Script button. Alright, next step. Without touching anything else, we're going to switch to the next script tab, snapModelToGround.py. So here's the deal. MMD and Garry's Mod don't use the exact same Motion IK framework. Because of that, sometimes the model can end up floating above the ground, or the feet don't sit right, especially in certain poses. This script is my quick, make it look nicer fix. It tries to snap the character back down to the ground across the animation. It's not perfect, but it usually makes things look way better. And honestly, if you have a better approach, message me. I'd love to improve it. This one takes a bit. On some computers, it might take around a minute. Just let it do its thing. If Blender looks frozen, that's normal. Don't click around, just wait. Okay, once Blender comes back and you can click stuff again, the script is done. Now go back to the viewport and play the animation one more time. We're just double checking. The character moves correctly, the feet aren't floating, everything looks reasonable. If the materials look weird on my screen, yeah, ignore that. My computer is struggling right now, so the shading might look a little off. But the motion is what matters, and if that looks good, we're ready. All right, let's move on to the export part. There are a few scripts we need to run, and the order matters, so just follow along exactly. First, switch to script number 5. Select only the face mesh, like just the face object. No skeleton, no body mesh, face only. Then hit Run Script. Next, switch to script number 6. This time, select only armature and hit Run Script again. And last, switch to script number 7. Go back to selecting only the face mesh, then hit Run Script. Okay, once those 3 scripts are done, we're ready to export. On the right side, open the Scene tab. Find the Export section and click the little folder icon next to it. Navigate to the package folder I gave you and open the Output folder. If you open it and it's empty, that's perfect. That's what we want. Click Accept. Now, before you export, make sure you have only the Dance SMD model selected. It has a different icon than the other objects, so it should stand out. If you have extra stuff selected, the export can come out wrong, so double check. All right, once you're sure, hit Export. One last thing, super important. Look at the timeline end frame. You'll see a number, like 4,999. Remember that number. We're going to use it later. All right, this is the last part. Go ahead and open VS Code, the one you just installed. Now open the package folder I gave you. You can just drag the Comply add-on notebook into VS Code. If it pops up asking, "Do you trust the authors of this folder?" go ahead and click Trust. There is nothing malicious in here, but also totally fair if you want to look around first. VS Code might also prompt you to install Python or a Python extension. Just follow what VS Code recommends. Click Install, enable it, whatever it asks. It'll set everything up for you. Once everything loads, you should see a config section with some fields. There are 4 mandatory fields. These ones you must fill out. First, name. Put your name here, so the add-on actually credits you properly. Second, Steam 64-bit ID. If you don't know what that is, don't panic. There should be a link or a note right there that takes you to a Steam page where you can look it up. Third, dance name. Give it a simple name using English letters and numbers only. Don't use Chinese or Japanese characters here. And if you want spaces, use an underscore instead. If you use special characters, the script can break, and it's just not worth the headache. Fourth, end frame. This is where you type the end frame number you wrote down from Blender. Under that, you'll see some optional fields. You can ignore those for now. If you're curious, the variable names should explain what they're for, but they're not required. Okay, once the mandatory fields are filled in, we're ready to run the script. Hit Run All. It should ask you to choose a Python environment or kernel. Just pick the Python one it suggests. And if Windows Firewall pops up, click Allow. After that, you should see a new folder appearing in the package directory. That's your add-on folder being generated, and at this point, it's a working add-on you can use directly in Gmod. Hi, this is Sheepy from the future. So some people ask, what if VS Code doesn't show any Python environments and I can't run the script? No worries, you just need to create a virtual environment. When you hit Run All, VS Code might ask you to pick a kernel. If you don't see any kernels listed, that's the problem. Click Create Python Environment. When it asks what kind, pick VNV. Then it'll ask where to put it. Choose the current folder, the same package folder you opened in VS Code. Click Create. Give it a minute. VS Code will set it up and might install a few things. If it asks you to install anything, just click Install and let it do it. Sometimes you'll need to wait for a minute or restart VS Code after the installs finish. So if things still does not work, close VS Code and open it again. Super normal. After that, hit Run All one more time. And now it should run correctly using the virtual environment. Alright, so back in the package directory, you should now see a new folder that starts with Result. That folder is your finished, working Garry's Mod add-on. What you want to do is copy that entire Result folder and paste it into your Garry's Mod add-ons folder. If you're not sure where that is, just follow the path on screen. And if you don't see an add-ons folder, that's fine. Just create one manually. Once the add-on folder is in place, go ahead and launch Garry's Mod. When the game opens, pick any random map and hop in. Just wait for the map to fully finish loading, and then we'll test the animation. Alright, once you're in the game, we're going to test the animation. First, open the Act Mod menu by pressing H. If this is your first time opening it, it might take a few seconds to load, so don't worry if nothing pops up instantly. If you don't see your animation right away, use the search. Click into the search bar and type your name, the name you entered in the config earlier. For example, my name is Lord, so I just search Lord. Once your animation shows up, just left-click it to play. And that's it! You should see the character start dancing. Alright, that's the whole tutorial. Thanks for following along with me. If you run into any issues or you've got questions, just leave a comment and I'll try to help. Take care and have fun.